We have Dr. Raul Garcia
Why, way to build it up.
on the phone with us this morning.
Better not let us down, Doc, after that intro. Holy smokes.
And
Good
you
morning.
are a Yakima doctor running for governor.
Yes, I have lived here in Yakima for 13 years. I practice in Tri-Cities as an emergency physician, and I have my own small business here in Yakima, Physicians Rehabilitation and Therapy, that takes care of personal injury with osteopathic manipulative medicine. So that's the short.
So what were you doing before you decided to run for governor for the same level of excitement? Were you like hitting yourself in the head with a hammer? Or what were you doing before you said, hey, I want to try this for a change?
Well, the truth of the matter is that my wife turned to me and said, "You know, I'm tired of hearing you talk about it. This is your dream. Why don't you go for it? We'll support you." And that turned a corner for me. I've been in the front lines for the last few months with this pandemic, something serious. I actually have been on the radio every Wednesday morning updating Central Washington on the COVID pandemic, and it's something that we need to take serious, and we need to get out of the right way. The balance of the health of our residents and the health of our businesses, I don't think is being met. And that is what really propelled me to say, you know what, I've never been a politician, but I've been a leader all my life, and I've learned that good leadership is not that person that knows everything, but that one that puts the right people in place to do the right job. And I think I can certainly do that for the state.
Well, give us a little of your background, sir. We know that you have an interesting story about coming to this country. So give us the backstory on Dr. Garcia.
Well, I was born in Pinal del Rio, Cuba, farmland, where the best tobacco in the world comes from. And my grandfather had a farm that was taken away from him by Fidel Castro when he came in. And that's where our story began. I was there 11 years. Of course, you're a communist pioneer. You have no other option. And then I was lucky enough to leave Cuba, come to Spain, live there until the United States accepted our political asylum, and came to the United States, grew up in Miami, went to high school and college at the University of Miami, and then went to New York for medical school. Went to the New York College of Osteopathic Medicine in Long Island, and did my residency in emergency medicine in the Bronx at St. Barnabas Hospital. And to fame was being in a reality show, Life in the ER, Bronx 911. And then I was asked to come here, Yakima, Washington, to help start the first medical school in 60 years in the Pacific Northwest. And that was a great adventure. I came in 2007, and PNWU is a thriving university now. So that is the short. For a little while, I went to North Carolina to help start another medical school at Campbell University. And then I have dedicated myself to being the director of emergency medicine at Lourdes Medical Center in Pasco. Also worked at Cadillac Medical Center.
Well, I have a couple questions, Doctor, if I can insert myself here,
Yeah,
just
good.
based on this story. First of all, do you remember, how old were you when you heard that you were going to come to America?
11.
11. Do you remember what that felt like?
Absolutely. And I will never forget. This was what I consider the lion in the jungle, you know, the one that walks around in a pride and best country in the world. It was an undescribable feeling to come here as an immigrant and to land here and have that ambition to be a part of the American dream, because that's all we think about when we don't live here.
Right.
That in America you come here and
anything's possible, right? Anything's possible.
Yeah.
And look what you did yourself with your life. I mean, I guess when I think about who could represent us as governor or any sort of political leadership, the first thing I think about is this someone that takes our country for granted, or is this someone who truly has a love for this country, our people, and what could potentially happen here? And certainly your background, sir, makes you ground zero for an appreciation of what America's all about. And I can just hear it in your voice that's how you feel. And then when you consider what you've done, hey, not only has Trump had reality TV, you had reality TV. So there's that connection. And then your background in helping to start up organizations and make organizations work. If I'm going over a resume looking for somebody who I want to run my state, you'd be right at the top of the list. And I'm just really excited about the prospect of your candidacy. What do you want the voters of the whole state of Washington to know about your vision for our state, sir?
What I want the voters of Washington to realize is that we are in a very important time in our state. We're in a very tough time. The pandemic not only has hit us, but it has hit the government. And certainly, this is not the time to have big government. This is not the time to tax people to excuse government spending. This is a time to bring out health balance between the residents and the businesses, small or big. This is the time to provide, just like I had proper equipment to be in the front lines to take care of this COVID patients, and I'm still working. I haven't given up my job because I think this is an important time and I need to be there. So just like I had that proper protective equipment to take care of these patients, our small businesses need proper protective equipment. What does that translate into? It translates into not taxes, but help to help them not go bankrupt. Help for all our businesses to open up responsibly.
You think we can open up the economy in this state right now, right?
I think we could open up the economy in this state responsibly, and we have to take that accountability. I mean, we look at Costco, and I've said this before. We look at Costco. Costco has had 2 infections and they've been in the front office. But the workers of Costco in the stores, we have not had 1 infection. Why? Because they've been wearing masks from the beginning. And I understand that some of my friends feel that wearing a mask takes their rights away. Wearing a mask means, well, I'm afraid and I have fear of this pandemic. And I would tell you, my friends, that it is just responsibility, showing respect for the other people that may get this virus worse than we can. So that is why we have those precautions. I think we could certainly open responsibly. We need to open responsibly. We can't just go and let the state go bankrupt. We need to have that balance of health between the residents and the businesses. Go ahead,
Doctor. We have about a minute left, and we always say to people that are running for office, if you got a whole bunch of people in the elevator and they were all listening to you right now, what would you tell them that they should be voting for you?
I would tell them that I am going to bring that health balance between health to the residents and the businesses. I will tell them that I am here as a protector to protect them from overbearing government, from overbearing regulations, from new taxes. I will be the governor that will never accept or entertain a new state tax. And I am here to ask everybody to unite and push forward because we're going to go through a tough time. And that is why I want to be in there, because I want to run an efficient government that works, that makes the state succeed and makes our companies thrive so we can show the example to the rest of the states of our country.
Excellent. Doctor, you are running as a Republican. If we didn't point that out to everyone, you are running as a Republican. Do you have a website where we could point people?
Yes, Dr. Garcia for Governor.com.
And the 4 is the number 4, right?
Yeah, and 4 is the number 4. Yes, Dr. Garcia for Governor.com.
Sir, thank you for your time this morning. You and your service to everybody who's been impacted and will be through our medical school and the other projects you've been involved in, through your own hands-on direction of medical folks treating us during this pandemic, and potentially for a wise and steady hand on the tiller of state government. We wish you the best of luck, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you more as the campaign continues. So thanks for your time, sir.
No, thank you. Thank you very much. We're going to do it. I think this is very exciting. It's probably been the most excited I've been about our state ever. So I'm really excited about it, and we're going to do it.